Hi, my name is Steve Mason. I'm an actor and a stunt performer on many popular television shows such as Gotham, Blue Bloods, Law and Order, Power, Daredevil, and many others. I'm going to be coming to your school to tackle some very tough topics. Through the use of my film that I made, I'm going to share with you my intimate story of how my father committed suicide when I was a young child, and as an 8-year-old boy, I would find the body. Suicide has a rippling effect that affects many more than the one person who makes the decision. I'm also going to share the story of how I went down a very dark road and was heavily addicted to drugs and alcohol for many, many years.
There's something wrong with Daddy.
Is my husband going to jail?
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
The way you treat me and ignore your son, you'd think that we were the ones who put you up for adoption. You know, you really need to think about what comes next for you in this life.
I decided I'm not going to drink anymore. It's not worth it.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
Next? Oh, I'll show you what's next. You want to see what's next? This is what's next. Here, next.
It's amazing that these things stay with you forever, and that's why this whole presentation is on the rippling effects of it. Because so often when we think of suicide and we think of that story, we're always, we feel bad for the person who dies and where they may have been emotionally that made them come to that decision, but it's the people that are affected in the aftermath. If I had a time machine and I was granted the ability to go back and get the answer to just one question, it wouldn't be, Dad, why did you do it? Or, hey, didn't you even stop to think about Mom and how she was going to raise 2 kids on her own? I wouldn't even ask him if he could take it back if he was able to. The one question that I would pose to my father is, did you in your wildest dreams think for 1 second that it was going to be me, your only son and your youngest child, that was going to come across the body after you put that cold steel to your once beating heart and pulled the trigger? I have to believe that nobody ever asked him that part of the question, because I think that that would shake anybody to the core to say, oh my God, I never thought that that's a reality. If I take my life, if I make this permanent solution to a temporary problem, which by the way, every problem is only temporary. But to give you an idea, most people here have been to the dentist and you've had a toothache, or maybe you've had a root canal, and a root canal, when they take the nerve out of the tooth, and the doctor might give you 1 Vicodin pill or 1 Percocet pill to help ease the pain. Well, the stuff that I was on was equivalent to 140 Vicodin pills a day. What did I learn that I can share with people that might be struggling with substance abuse? The first thing is it's easier to be sober than it is to be an addict. It adds the equivalent of a full-time job to your schedule to be an addict. Between the waiting for it, the paying for it, the waiting for it, the waiting for it, nothing productive happens when an addict is waiting for their delivery, because in that moment, the need becomes so much larger than you are. And so the only thought that goes through an addict's mind in that time is, when are my drugs getting here? And the dealers are smart. They know what they're doing. They make you wait and make you wait. The longer they make you wait, the more you need it, the less they can give you for your money. They know that you're not going to wait and call somebody else and wait another hour, so they know what they're doing. And all those things are fine, and they're a little bit of a deterrent, but they're not the most important deterrent that's not being used. What I think is that drug use, along with so many other negative behaviors, they rob the most valuable commodity known to man, and that's our time. They should teach time as a standalone subject in school. There is nothing more valuable. Doesn't matter where your life's map ends you, you'll never earn enough money to buy even 1 more second of time. So my suggestion to anybody who listens to me is to be very careful and choose with precision how you spend your time, because you'll never be able to get even 1 second back. There were 70,000 drug overdose deaths last year, putting us in the worst drug epidemic in US history. There were also 47,000 suicides last year. These numbers need to be drastically reduced by 47,000 and 70,000. There's no reason that anybody should have to stand up here and be a survivor of somebody else's death.